It's week number 6 out of 8, and it's game day 23 out of 32. Out of my great teams of the past, season number 4, today I'll be bringing you a game between the 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers and the 1954 Cleveland Indians. And as you look at the standings, this one's not for first place, but the Dodgers, with a win, trying to get into a tie for second place. 1953 New York Yankees have a 2-game lead over the 54 Giants and the 57 Braves. Dodgers trying to get there and stay close. After today, teams will have just 9 games left in this season. Yankees looking to repeat. They also won season number 3. Those were the 1937 Yankees that won the past league. So far, you can see the Yankees 2 out of 3 from the Pirates, the Giants 2 out of 3 from the White Sox, Phillies 2 out of 3 from the Braves. Dodgers and the Indians, they split their first 2 games. Cleveland won game 1, 1-0. Mike Garcia and Don Mossy combined on a 3-hit shutout. Vic Wertz hit a solo home run in the top of the 8th for the game's only run. Game 2, we went from low scoring to high scoring. Brooklyn won that one 7-6 in 11 innings. Cleveland took a 4-0 lead, but the Dodgers would eventually tie it at 6 on Duke Snider's RBI single in the bottom of the 7th. In the bottom of the 11th inning, Carl Furillo hit his second home run of the game. This one for the walk-off victory. So this is the third of 4 games between the Dodgers and Indians. As we said, first place not on the line for this one, as so many of our past YouTube games have been, but we had not shown, I don't believe, the 53 Dodgers yet on the channel, so wanted to get them on. Jackie Robinson's the league's top hitter, and wanted to give them their due. So big game for them against the Indians as they try to climb into a tie for second place and stay within striking distance of the Yankees. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups for this one. For the Dodgers, leading off and playing second base, it's Joe Gilliam. Shortstop is Pee Wee Reese. Center fielder is Duke Snider. Batting cleanup and playing left, it's Jackie Robinson. The catcher is Roy Campanella. First baseman, Gil Hodges. Right fielder, Carl Furillo. Third baseman's Billy Cox. And on the mound for the Dodgers, the right-hander, Carl Erskine. And Erskine 20-6, a 3.54 ERA in 1953. So far this season, Erskine 2-3 with a 4.60 ERA after 5 starts. He has won his last outing against the Chicago White Sox, but did not pitch well. The Dodgers were just able to outscore the White Sox. Erskine went 5 innings, gave up 9 hits and 6 runs. Here are the Indians. Leading off and playing left field, it's Al Smith. Second baseman's Bobby Avila. Center fielder, Larry Doby. Hitting cleanup and playing third base, Al Rosen. First baseman is Vic Wertz. Right fielder, Dave Philly. Shortstop is George Strickland. Catcher is Jim Hegan. And on the mound for the Indians, Early Wynn. Wynn 23-11, a 2.73 ERA in 1954. And so far this season, Wynn has been well, he hasn't been bad, but he has not gotten much support because he has a 1-4 record after 5 games, but pretty good 3.52 earned run average. He lost his first 4 starts. He won his 5th start, his most recent start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits and 4 runs. That was good enough to get the win. In 1953, the Dodgers won 105 games, but they would lose the World Series to the New York Yankees. The 54 Indians, they won 111 games, but they would lose the World Series to the New York Giants. The Dodgers come in with a team batting average of .224, ranking them 6th in the league, but despite not hitting great, they are averaging 4.2 runs a game, tied for 3rd in the league. And they're pitching right in the middle, 3.56 team ERA, ranking them 4th out of 8 teams. Cleveland, .242 team average, which ranks them 4th, but only 3.7 runs a game, ranking them 7th out of 8 teams. They do have the best pitching staff in the league so far, a 3.01 team ERA. That ranks them number 1. And it's a good pitching matchup today. Two evenly matched starters with Erskine and Wynn. So let's play ball. Leading off for the Dodgers, it'll be Jim Gilliam. Gilliam's batting 193 on the season. 43 is a 29. There's an X. Wynn strikes out Gilliam to get the game underway. Here's Pee Wee Reese. Reese is hitting 229. 62 is a 23. So this will involve the pitcher. Wynn fielding 2. But that second roll is a 64. So it's going to be a fielding 3 number. And that means it's hit back to Wynn, but Wynn's throw to first pulls Wirtz off the bag. Pee Wee Reese is safe on the E1. I'll bring up Duke Snider with a runner on and 1 out. Snider, second on the team with a 267 average, leads the team with 5 home runs and tied for first place with 19 runs batted in. Pitch to Snider. 61's a 40. We're going to the rare play chart. Second roll's a 56. 30. Could be a balk. But Early Wynn has a 0 on a balk. So not a balk, but instead, what's going to happen is Wynn's pitch is in the dirt. So first he throws badly to first, then he throws a pitch in the dirt, gets away from Hegan. Pee Wee Reese goes to second on a wild pitch. So now runner on second and 1 out. Snider's still at the plate. 26 is a 29. Ground ball right side, fielded by Wirtz. Tosses to Wynn covering first base, and they do get the out. That's out number 2. Reese goes from second to third on the play. So here comes Jackie Robinson. Runner on third, 2 outs. Robinson leads the league with a 363 batting average. He has 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. He was tied for first in the league with 19 runs batted in at the start of the week. Didn't add any to his total in the last 2 games, so he's fallen behind just a bit. Was also tied for first with 6 stolen bases at the start of the week. He's still got 6, and I think he's been passed there as well. So Robinson was hitting close to 400 at the start of the week, but he is 0 for 7 in this series. But can do something here, though. 2 outs, runner on third, pitch to Robinson. 25 is an 8. Wins a 14. Minus 2 becomes a 16. 16 on an 8 is unfortunately going to push it into an out category. Hit to the third baseman, Rosen. He's got it. Throws over to first for the 3rd out. So nothing for Brooklyn in the top of the 1st. Al Smith will lead off for Cleveland in the bottom of the 1st. Smith is batting a team best 300 on the season. He entered the week ranked 9th in the league with a 317 average. It's dipped a bit after 2 games. 34 is a 31. Fly ball to center field for Duke Snider to catch. 1 out. There's Bobby Avila. He is 3rd on the team with a 281 average. 63 is 31. Hit again to Duke Snider. 2 straight outs in center field. I'll bring up Larry Doby. Doby's batting 278. 5 home runs, 17 runs batted in. To re-roll the white die. And that becomes a 14. 30. Fly ball to left. Jackie Robinson has it. 1, 2, 3 inning for Erskine, all on fly ball outs to the outfield. To the second, no score. Roy Campanella leads off. Campanella hitting 229 with 3 home runs. 62 is a 36. Back to the rare play chart. 13-36. That's just going to end up being a ball. 22 is a 6. And nothing to modify that. So Campanella puts one into the gap, and he's got a double to lead off the top of the second. Here's Gil Hodges. Hodges batting .256, 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in. 42 is a 14. First base is open. Wynn walks Hodges. The runners on first and second with no one out. Here's the hero of Game 2, Carl Furillo. 2 home runs, including the game winner in the 11th. And Furillo's going to do something here with an 11. He'll roll in his second column. I should mention Furillo hitting .238 with 4 home runs. Can he get number 5 right here? He had 21 of them in 1953. 53 will be a 6. Wynn can't change that. So that is hit into the right center field gap. Campanella will score. Gil Hodges, they're going to wave him home from first base. Hodges is not slow, and he is able to score along with Campanella, and that makes it 2-0 Dodgers. 2-run double for Furillo, so his good series continues. Oops. Play double. Boom. Boom. There we go. So Furillo has driven in 4 runs in the last 2 games now. Still nobody out here on the top of the second. Here's Billy Cox. Cox hitting a team worst 157. Still looking for his first hit of this series. 64 is a 40. We are going back to the rare play again. Got a lot of those already. So 51 on a 40. It's going to involve the pitcher. Wynn again. Wynn's fielding 2. Have to re-roll here. 63 is going to get him back to fielding 3. And oh boy. Oh, you know what? I forgot to move the card here. Let's see. What was that rule? I messed up. So that was, we didn't flip the card to give to Cox. All right. We're just going to re-roll. I don't remember what their initial rule was. Here's Cox. Missed all this. Skip all that. It's going to be good for the Dodgers here, though. 44 is a 7. 14 right, minus 2 is going to be 16. But on the 7, nothing's going to stop a 7. That's a base hit into right field. Carl Furillo will score. 3-0 Dodgers. So still nobody out here in the top of the second. Here's the pitcher, Carl Erskine. He is 1 for 10 at the plate this season. He's going to look to sacrifice Cox over if he can, and he probably will with that 51, which is a 9. So it is a successful sacrifice bunt. You get the first out. Cox moves to second base. Here's Jim Gilliam. Struck out his first time up. 23 is a 12. That'll involve the first baseman. Vic Wert's not a good fielding first baseman. He's only rated as a 2. But that second roll is an 11, which will come in very handy. And that's going to end up being a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Wertz has it for the second out. Pee Wee Reese reached base on an error his first time up. This time, 45 is a 14. First base is open, and Wynn walks Reese. I'll bring back up Duke Snider, first and second, 2 outs. Snider's 0 for 1. Reroll that white die there. 23 is a 12. Again, hit to the first baseman, this time on the ground. Wirtz has it, takes it himself for the third out. But the Dodgers score 3 in the top of the second. Coming up for the Indians in the bottom of the second, it'll be Al Rosen. Rosen's second on the team, a 292 average, team best 6 home runs. He's driven in 13. He's still looking for his first hit in this series. 34 is 31, fly ball to center. Duke Snyder has it for the first out. That'll bring up Vic Wirtz. Wirtz is hitting 213, second worst among the Indians regulars. He's hit 2 homers this season, one of them in this series. 12 to 25, there's an X. Erskine strikes out Wirtz. That brings up Dave Philly. Philly's hitting 218. 54 is a 32. Fly ball to right. Ferrello has it. 1-2-3 inning for Erskine. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the third. Now with Jackie Robinson, who is 0 for 1. 31's a 9. 14, that becomes a 16. 16 on a 9 is going to be a base hit for Jackie Robinson. His 30th hit of the season. So runner on first, nobody out. Here's Roy Campanella, who doubled his first time up. This time 43 is at 29, and that involves the pitcher. We already know that Wynn is fielding 2. At 34 because of fielding 1. So comebacker to the pitcher. Wynn has it, throws to second. Strickland covering. They get the lead runner for the first out. So 1 out runner on first for Gil Hodges. He walked his first time up. 13's at 14. Wynn has the Z, so ball 1, ball 2. 56 is a 34. Pops him up, middle infield. And shortstop Strickland will call for it, and he's got it for the second out. Here's Carl Furillo, 2-run double last inning. 32's a 26, ground ball to the second baseman, Avila. He's got it, throws to first to end the inning. To the bottom of the third, Brooklyn still leads 3-0. Here is George Strickland. Strickland hitting a team worst 130. Just 10 hits and 77 at-bats. 24's a 13, Erskine strikes out Strickland. Going to bring up Jim Hegan. Hegan's hitting 244, 2 home runs. 54's a 32, fly ball to right, caught by Furillo for the second out. Here's the pitcher, Early Wynn. Wynn hitting 231, 3 hits in 13 at-bats. 13 is a 13, Erskine strikes out Wynn, another 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. To the top of the fourth. Billy Cox will lead things off. He had an RBI single in the second. 62's 26. Bouncer to second baseman Avila. Throws over to first, 1 away. There's Erskine, who laid down a sacrifice bunt last time up. 43's a 29. There's an X. Wynn strikes out Erskine. Back to the top of the order, Jim Gilliam steps to the plate for the third time. He is 0 for 2. 34 is a 31. Fly ball to center field. Larry Doby makes the catch. And Early Wynn. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom 4 for the Indians. Top of the order. There's Al Smith, who's 0 for 1. 23 is a 33. There's a Y. Erskine strikes out Smith. There's Avila, 0 for 1. 66. We'll roll on Avila's second column. He had 15 home runs in 1954. 13 is a 6. And Erskine can't modify that, so that will be a double for Avila, first hit of the game for the Indians. First base runner, I think, as well. Yep. So Erskine had retired the first 10 hitters before Avila's double. And that'll bring up Larry Doby, who is 0 for 1. Leads the team with 17 runs batted in. Can he get one here? 43 is a 29. Ground ball, right side, taken by the first baseman Hodges. He flips to Erskine covering first for the second out. Avila goes from second to third on the play. I bring up Al Rosen. Rosen, the start of the week, ranked 7th in the league with a 325 average, but he is now 0 for 10 in this series, and his average has dropped to about 290. So can he break out of it here and give Cleveland their first run? No, 65's a 35, and that is going to be a foul ball in the air, left side. Pee Wee Reese gives chase, and he will make the catch for the third out. So, runner stranded on second base. We go to the fifth, still 3-0 Brooklyn. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Dodgers, starting with Pee Wee Reese, who has reached base twice, first by error, then by walk. 53 is an 18. And that is a ground ball to the shortstop Strickland, and he bobbles it. Pee Wee Reese, for the second time today, has reached base via error. Second error of the game for Cleveland. Then bring up Duke Snyder, who is 0 for 2. 25's an 8. 14 on the 8 is going to not be a hit. That is going to be an out. It's going to be hit to the third baseman, Rosen, who has a fielding 5 rating. 55, though, puts him at fielding 2. So, chance for a double play. Rosen throws to Avila to get the lead runner, but Avila cannot get the second, turn it, and get the double play. So, just a fielder's choice. Lead runner retired. So now Snyder's on first with 1 out. Jackie Robinson, the league's top hitter, who is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. 13's a 14. Ball 1, ball 2. 65's a 35. High fly ball or pop fly behind home plate. It'll stay in the park, and Jim Hegan will make the catch for the second out. Roy Campanella steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a double. 54 is a 32. Fly ball to right field for Dave Philly. He's got it for the third out. To the bottom of the fifth. Vic Wertz is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. 51's a 9. Erskine's a 12. This one makes him a 13. So 13 on a 9 actually pushed it from a hit, from an out to a hit. So Vic Wertz will have a leadoff single. Here's Dave Philly, who's 0 for 1. 45 is a 14, and Erskine does not have the Z, so Philly will walk, and the Indians might have something going here. Runners on first and second, nobody out. George Strickland's the hitter, struck out his first time up. 21 is a 32. Fly ball to right. Chance to maybe advance, but no, Wertz is slow, so I don't even need to look it up. Just a fly ball to right, caught by Frillo for the first out. And the runners stay put. There's Jim Hegan, who's 0 for 1. 63's a 32, so another fly ball to right. Also caught by Furillo, and once again, the runners stay at first and second. And that brings us to the pitcher, Early Wynn. He struck out his first time up, and will swing away here with 2 outs. He might do something good here. 15's a 9. Erskine's a 12 righty, so that pushes it. -1's a 13. So 13 on a 9. And this time it pushed it from an out to a hit again. So Wynn will get a base hit, and everyone will move up a base. That'll load the bases with 2 outs. Here's Al Smith, 0 for 2. Came in today hitting 300, best on the team. Can he come through here? Bases loaded, 2 outs. 12 is a 29. There's a Y. Erskine gets out of it. He strikes out Smith. 5 full innings have been played. It is 3-0 Dodgers. Brooklyn 3 runs on 4 hits. Cleveland no runs, 3 hits. 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Brooklyn. Here's Gil Hodges, 0 for 1 with a walk. 61's a 41. Back to the rear plate chart. 62 and a 41. Okay. Let's see. Cleveland's 39, 41, fielding 1. So, boy. Popped up, foul territory right side. It's going to be right at the edge of the dugout. Vic Wertz rushes in. He's able to make the catch, but he falls into the dugout after making the catch, and he has hurt his ankle. And the training staff is checking him out, and Vic Wertz is done for the day. So Indians lose one of their big bats. They're going to need a new first baseman. Looks like it'll be Bill Glenn, who's actually a defensive upgrade because Wirtz was only a 2. Glenn is at least a 3, so a little bit better. All right, so Vic Wirtz injured. Bill Glenn, a replacement, here with 1 out in the 6th. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, Wirtz placed by Glenn. Yep, there we go. All right, we've had several rare plays today, and that one did not help the Indians. Okay, so Hodges was retired, and now Carl Furillo comes to the plate, 1 for 2, a 2-run double in the 2nd inning. 52's a 27. It's an X. Wynn strikes out Furillo. Billy Cox, 2 outs, nobody on. Cox 1 for 2, an RBI single in the 2nd. 44's a 7, and Billy Cox has his 2nd hit of the day. Cox came in with a 157 average, and he was 0 for 7 in this series. He's got 2 hits. So runner on first, 2 outs. Carl Erskine. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. He struck out his 2nd time up. 35 is a 13, and Wynn strikes out Erskine again. To the bottom of the 6th. Bobby Avila, 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Cleveland. Avila, 1 for 2 with a double. 26 is a 27. There's an X. Erskine strikes out Avila. Here's Larry Doby, who's 0 for 2. Larry Doby at 11 is going to be a 5, and that will be doubled down the right field line. Larry Doby walks into second base. So another runner in scoring position for Cleveland, though they're down by 3. Here's Al Rosen, who is 0 for 2. 42 is a 14. First base is open. Rosen draws a walk. And that brings us to the injury replacement, Bill Glynn. Glynn this season is 1 for 5 at the plate. So, can he come through here? First and second, 1 out. Glynn, 62 is a 26. That is just going to be a high pop-up in the infield. Second baseman Gilliam calls for it, and he's got it for the second out. Brings up Dave Philly, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. 22's an 8. Erskine's a 12. He'll become a 13. 13 on an 8, and that 12 would have been a hit, but pushing it to a 13 means it is going to be an out. And that is another infield pop-up also caught by Jim Gilliam, and that is the third out. So again, Cleveland leaves a runner in scoring position, and they have left 6 runners on base through 6 innings. We're now at the 7th. Brooklyn still leads 3-0, scored all 3 runs back in the second inning. Both starters still in here. Early Wynn will take the mound here. He'll be batting in the bottom of the 7th, so this might be his last inning. Jim Gilliam is 0 for 3. 62's a 29. There's an X. Wynn strikes out Gilliam. Pee Wee Reese does not have a hit, but he has reached base all 3 times. Error, walk, error. This time, 61 is a 24. Ground ball to the shortstop Strickland. Fires over to first for the second out. Here's Duke Snyder, who is 0 for 3. Ooh, almost an 11, which would have been a home run, but no, that 13. Duke Snyder draws a 2-out walk. Here's Jackie Robinson, league's top hitter, batting 1 for 3 today. Keep things going here in the 7th. He just might. That 11, he'll roll in his second column. 12 home runs in 1953. 15 is a 2. Nothing's going to change that. Robinson puts one down the right field line into the corner. Dave Philly has to run a ways to go get it. Duke Snyder's going to score all the way from first base. Jackie Robinson is going to motor around the bases. He has a triple, and it is now 4-0 Brooklyn. Robinson with his first triple of the season, his 20th run batted in 23 games. So 2 outs, runner on third for Campanella, who's 1 for 3 with a double. 54 is a 32, and he will fly out to right to end the inning. Dodgers add one more run, and it is 4-0 at the 7th inning stretch. Seven, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Cleveland. Starting with George Strickland, who is 0 for 2. 62 is a 26. Bouncer to the second baseman, Gilliam. He throws over to first. 1 out. It's Jim Hegan, who's 0 for 2. 45 is a 14, and Erskine walks Hegan. And that brings us to the pitcher, Early Wynn. He's given up 4 runs and 6 hits in 7 innings. His day is done. And Indians send Wally Westlake to the plate. Westlake hitting .273, 3 hits in 11 at-bats. 45's a 14. Erskine does not have the Z, so that are 2 straight walks issued by Carl Erskine. Could he be tiring here in the 7th? And the Indians finally break through. First and second, 1 out, back to the top of the order, and their best hitter, Al Smith, came in today hitting .300, but 0 for 3 and has struck out twice. 44 is an 8. Erskine 12 minus 2 becomes a 14. 14 on an 8 pushes it into out territory and a fly ball to center field. Chance to tag up and go, but no, he's slow, so that don't need to even roll. Just a fly out to center. Runners stay put. There are now 2 outs. Bobby Avila, 1 for 3. Had a double earlier. Came in today hitting .281. 14's a 30. Fly ball to left. Caught by Jackie Robinson. Side retired. Another runner left in scoring position for the Indians. Are still scoreless. Just 4 hits through 7 innings. They left 8 runners on base now. To the top of the 8th. We do need a new pitcher for the Indians, however. And the last game went 11 innings, so they used 3 of their relievers. Now, Lesky and Newhouser probably aren't going to be available here today. So they're down 4-0. So we're going to save Don Mossy, and we're going to go to Bob Feller. Feller only threw 1 pitch, and it was the home run to Ferrillo to end it in the last game. So Wynn's day is done. 7 innings, 4 runs, 6 hits. He's replaced by Bob Feller, who went 13-3 with a 3.09 ERA in 1954. And so far this season, Feller 0-2 with a 4.66 earned run average in 7 appearances, 5 runs in 9 2/3 innings. So, I'm going to pitch a couple good innings here, as he did not do the job in Game 2. Gil Hodges to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. 25 is an 8. Feller's a 13. Minus 2 makes it a 15. 15 on an 8 is going to be a fly ball to right field, which Dave Philly will catch for the first out. Here's Carl Ferrillo, 1 for 3, 2-run double back in the second inning. 41's a 24, round ball to the shortstop. Strickland has it. Over to first, 2 outs. Billy Cox is 2 for 3 with an RBI. This time, though, 23's a 12, round ball to the first baseman, Bill Glynn. He has it, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Bob Feller. Bottom of the 8th. Middle of the lineup for the Indians, 3, 4, 5 hitters. Larry Doby leads off. He's 1 for 3 with a double. 44 is an 8. So 12 righty minus 1. That's a 13. Doby 13 on an 8. Pushes him from hit to out territory. Doby hits a shot into center field, but right at Duke Snyder, 1 out. There's Al Rosen, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Al Rosen with that 66. Let's just check, because Erskine could knock it down to a double possibly. 12 minus is a 14. Nope. Drive to left. It's back. It's deep. It's gone. Al Rosen with his 7th home run of the season leads the team. His first hit of the series, he was 0 for 12. 0 for 11. Now 1 for 12. He's got the solo home run. And now it's 4-1 Brooklyn. Rosen had 24 home runs 1954, he's now got 7 in 23 games here. So, shutout is no more. Erskine will have to regroup here. 1 out. Bill Glynn, who is 0 for 1. 23 is a 33, and there's a Y. Erskine strikes out Glynn. So comes back from giving up the homer to get the strikeout. Now here's Dave Philly, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. 32's a 26 bouncer right side, fielded by Jim Gilliam. Throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. So no more damage than the solo home run, and now it is a 4-1 game. Erskine is due to lead off here in the top of the 9th. And potential save situation unless Brooklyn scores. And Erskine, after giving up that home run, they're going to say his day is done. They are going to send up George Shuba to pinch hit. So Erskine, 1 run, 5 hits in 8 innings. And he has put the Dodgers in position to win Game 3 of this series. Shuba is 0 for 14 this season. He had 254 in 1953, so he's got to be due, right? Feller's pitched to Shuba to start the 9th. 56 is a 34, and there's a Y. Feller strikes out Shuba, who's now over 15. Here's Jim Gilliam, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Gilliam was the Rookie of the Year back in 1953. 61's a 32, fly ball to right, caught by Dave Philly, 2 outs. Here's Pee Wee Reese. They finally got him out last time up, but though he is 0 for 3 today, reached base twice by error, once by walk, rounded out his last time up. Pitch to Reese. 61's a 24, another ground ball. Fielded by Strickland at short, and he throws to first. And that ends the top of the 9th. So the Indians coming to the plate for their final at-bat. Brooklyn will go to the pen. And it will be Clem Labine. Is their best pitcher out of the pen. A rating of 14, and he's a righty. 11 and 6, 7 saves, a 2.77 ERA in 1953. And so far this season, he has pitched very well. He is 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA, 3 saves in 7 appearances. He has given up just 3 runs in 12 innings. So Labine looks to come in and shut the door here on the Indians. He's facing the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, starting with George Strickland, who is 0 for 3 and just 10 hits in 80 at-bats this season. 63 is a 31, fly ball to center. Duke Snyder has it for the first out. Jim Hegan, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. 65 is a 35, ground ball to Billy Cox at third base, and he throws across the diamond in time for the second out. Indians are down to their last out, or at the pitcher's spot, so Indians will send up a pinch hitter. And it will be Rudy Regalado. He has 1 hit and 6 at-bats so far this season. Can he keep this game going for the Indians? 16 is a 28, and that's a ground ball to shortstop. Pee Wee Reese throws over to first. They get the out, and that's the ball game. Final score 1953 Brooklyn 4, 1954 Cleveland 1. The Dodgers 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left seven runners on base. The Indians 1 run on 5 hits, 2 errors, 8 runners left on base. 6 hits for the Dodgers. Jackie Robinson and Billy Cox both had 2-hit games. They both drove in runs. Carl Furillo had a 2-run double in the second. Cox had an RBI single in the second. Robinson had an RBI triple in the seventh to account for the 4 Dodger runs. Carl Erskine will get the win, and he will improve. He will even his record to 3-3 after 6 starts, 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Clem Labine pitched a 1-2-3 ninth, and he will get his 4th save of the season. For the Indians, 5 hits by 5 different players. 3 of those hits went for extra bases. Avila and Doby had doubles, and Al Rosen had the solo home run in the 8th for the Indians' only run. Early Wynn, he will take the loss again and fall to 1-5 after 6 starts. 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. Bob Feller came in and pitched 2 scoreless innings of relief. So with the win, Brooklyn improves to 13-10, and they are now tied for second place with the Giants and the Braves, 2 games behind the New York Yankees with 9 games to play. And the Indians, they drop to 9-14. They are now tied with the 59 White Sox for 6th place. Well, if you want to see the box score of this game, the write-up, all of the results here from game day number 23, head over to my website, rogersportsgames.com, and you can find all the results so far. That's everything happening with great teams of the past, season number 4. We will be back soon with game day number 24. That's the last game day of week 6, the last matchup of these 4-game series, and we'll probably have one of those on YouTube. Not sure which one yet, but be on the lookout for that one here in the near future. So that is all from Cleveland Stadium. Final score, Brooklyn 4, Cleveland 1. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe.